I'm on the Steamforge page. Where would the live bit be?
Well, it should appear in a minute because I have literally hit the start streaming button. So we are live and recording, and hopefully things are going to happen. And boom, we're live.
Oh,
according to my version of YouTube.
awesome. Am I in the right place then?
No, I don't know. I do not know. Right, we are here for an unboxing, Russ. I'm Matt Hart, creative director at Steamforge Games, and Russ is our. What's your job title at the moment? You do all things, don't you?
I'm all sorts. I think this week it's art team leader.
Art gang presser.
Yeah. Hashtag art boss.
Art boss. So we are very proud of a new range of products that we're bringing out, launching with Epic. Well, it's the Epic Encounters range, launching with the Lair of the Red Dragon and the Shrine of the Kobold Queen, and we're going to do a cheeky little unboxing. But more importantly, we're also going to show you how to put this guy together, because he or she does come in a couple of different pieces. But let's just enjoy the majesty of the spot varnish on the wonderful logo that is deliberately overlapping because not even the box can contain how epic this is. Quick look on the back. This is what you get in the box. So you get a enormous red dragon, designed to work with the world's most favoritist role-playing game ever. And more importantly, this gives you all the tools that you need to run an encounter, and we've helped tune it up to 11, so it's no longer just a big old bag of hit points with a breath weapon. This is a living, breathing dragon that is designed to scare the living bejesus out of your players. That's about it, isn't it, Russ?
Yeah. That box looks awesome. Not gonna lie.
Does
that
look
box
good.
Looks really good.
It does look good. Right, let's whip the top off because there's something I need to do. I'm slightly time pressing because we'll come back to these bits and pieces in a minute. But you get a cool rule book, and we'll have a quick flick through that. You get a cool playmat, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. You get a cool bunch of these. But let's dive straight into the minis.
It's very evident where your heart lies.
Well, I'm going to do a bit of a tease because one of the things that we have done with this is make sure that these guys do not need any glue. They fit super snug. Now, what you will find once you get your glorious dragon out of the box is that you may indeed struggle to get them in, such as the tightness of the fit. Oh, that's really tight. So, what you want to do, boil a kettle, grab hold of these, just drop the tips of the wings in, like that, and then put them off to one side. And they will just soften up. They take just a minute, it's probably just long enough for us to have a quick look at the rulebook. So the rulebook is a small A5. We call it in English. I don't know what it is in American.
It's like letters. There's half letter size.
Half letter size, yeah. And it basically gives you everything you need to run a red dragon. So designed to play at 3 different tier levels. And what we've done to kind of grade that is give you a different DC depending on what level of play your character's at. And there's a lot of standard damage levels for all the different abilities that the dragon has, and they scale from D4, D8 to D10.
I'm really excited about that feature. I think it's really cool.
It should make it a lot easier for you to kind of scale to and fit this guy in. And who doesn't love the idea of a red dragon encounter when you're effectively tier 1 or tier 2? Because that's kind of exciting, right? So I'm not going to show it because I don't want to spoiler it, but we've got some wonderful magazine-style layouts. There's all the lore that you need there to kind of fit the dragon in. A whole bunch of stuff that you might find in its lair and what its tactics are. And then you talk about building aspects into different areas, so like heat and heat haze and choking fumes, and then how the dragon's going to use the terrain to make things interesting. It gives you a quick run through as to how the fight's going to be. If you want to, you can follow this attack pattern. There's a whole bunch of different abilities that you can actually use, and it's just all there, including a bunch of firebrand kobolds, which you can use these wonderful tokens if you want to, or you can use the kobolds from the other set that we're actually putting together. Comes with stats for young dragon, adult dragon, ancient dragon, and then it's just got a whole bunch of doobly doos at the end. So that was just enough time for us to soften the wings. Now, the way PVC works is when it comes out of the mold, this is how it looks. It's all floppy, right? But it has a basically a material memory that enables it to kind of go back to the shape it had. So literally all I'm doing now is just pushing this into the mold, into the socket. Kate is really loud in the background. Is she? Who's she shouting at?
Let me go and close my door. Apparently, there's also an echo on my call, so.
Oh right, okay. I'm going to grab the other wing, and you can see how floppy this is just by how easy I can manipulate it. But don't worry about that. That will just make it easy for you to slot this in. So that just slides in like that. Just push it.
I'm back.
Wonderful. And then that literally just goes in like that. So if you were so inclined, you could put a bit of glue on it, but actually the fit is so snug that you do not have to. And that there is your dragon fully assembled, and he is a glorious beast. Talk to us about the dragon, Russ, while I get the playmat out so he can live in his appropriate lair.
With apologies that I've been told that apparently I'm all echoey, and I can't find a reason for that at my end, but what can I tell you about this dragon apart from the fact that it's one of the biggest miniatures we've ever produced? I mean, it's certainly the biggest miniature so far that we've ever done that isn't for one of our big board games like Horizon. It was sculpted by the amazingly talented Tom Lishman, who also led the design on the model. And it's very much based in the classic Red Dragon vein. So we wanted something that was heavy and bulky and aggressive and avaricious feeling. You know, it's not like a thin serpentine worm of a dragon. It's a pit bull of a beast.
Dragons are, like red dragons especially, they're just brutes, aren't
they?
They
are
just
absolute
thugs. All they want is gold and to show people how powerful they are.
I do love as well the fact that it has the pile of gold in the metallicized finish. That looks really cool.
Yeah, no, definitely. And this is, we did this on the hard plastic base, so there's no warping there. The gold pile to contrast against the lovely red colour that we've given you. So if you're the kind of person who doesn't have time or isn't particularly inclined towards painting, you can absolutely just plonk this down on the table and it will do the job perfectly. If, like me, you get a kick out of painting, I'm going to mask this gold off and give this guy a bit of a spray, and I might even do a little painting video on how to paint a red dragon.
I honestly think if you were if you wanted something a little bit extra but you're not a confident painter, you could hit this with a classic dip and it would look absolutely phenomenal.
I think you're right. I think
that
you're right.
Detail would pop out.
I'm going to use this to kind of show people how easy dry brushing is, and I'll probably cheat and use my airbrush, but nothing that I'll do you wouldn't be able to do with a normal rattle can. So that's kind of the red dragon, and this is the lair that you get. So, you know, to be fair, it needs a little bit of kind of weighing down just before your session to kind of make it nice and flat. But that is your dragon lair. It's two-sided, so you can. This is the entrance, and it goes further in. So it's unlikely the dragon will make it here unless he is chasing the players out of his lair.
This is some of our map artwork that's produced by creating some highly detailed 3D environments to capture what we want. So it gives you a lot of fidelity. There's a lot of detail in these maps.
So let's leave that there, and let's bring on some of his buddies. So second part of this, and the more astute amongst you will have spotted that these epic encounters are going to be released in pairs, and there will be a minion set. And in this case, it's kobolds, and you can buy an entire tribe of kobolds in one box with an accompanied big boss guy or girl. So the Shrine of the Kobold Queen is 20 minis in here. I think there's about 10 or 11 unique sculpts. What we've tried to do is give you a nice mix of melee and ranged and fast and elite and a couple of kind of little set piecey monster type things. And my phone is now ringing, which is glorious. Let's just turn that off. Thank you. And again, fully compatible with your favourite role-playing game and any other role-playing game in which kobolds may appear.
Even if it's not your favourite one.
Even if it's not your favourite, you can still play it. So, similar story. And again, this follows the same sort of format. There is essentially a one-shot adventure in here that you can just pick up and run. You can take to a convention and just slap the models down and slap the playmat down. Double-sided playmat. One side is going to show you the kobolds' camp, which is this side here, which is glorious and could be used for a hobgoblin camp or an orc camp, anything that's kind of like tribal and not particularly well organised. And then further inside, you find the caves of the kobold queen herself. As she is doing dark deals with the red dragon, who is her master, and you can kind of go in there and sort them out, or I don't know, ally with the kobolds and take over the local village. Depends on the flavour of your game. So let's have a little look at the minis. Let's take that bit off. I hope I'm going to remember how to put these in. So these come all in a nice vac tray, so make it really easy for you to transport. And as you can see at the top, comes with 4 range dudes and 4 spear dudes.
Those nice hard bases again.
Sorry?
Those nice hard bases again.
Nice hard bases, yeah. We're huge fans of these hard bases. 2 assassin-y type dudes, 2 basilisk prodders who have like little bits of meat to get the magma basilisk to do whatever they want him to do. I'll do some close-ups in a minute. You've got a kobold champion up here who is utterly deadly in combat. Gets 3 sneak attacks off in the first round.
He's basically made of knives, isn't he?
Basically. You've got the attendant priest who is the partner of the kobold queen herself, who is this rather impressive looking kobold, leader of all the kobolds with her glorious wings and her amazing abilities. So let's kind of just pick one of these guys out. Let's see if we can't get a little bit of a close-up. There you go. So again, similar in the red plastic. And what's interesting about PVC is it does slightly soften the detail until you put a bit of paint on it. And when you put a bit of paint on it, you can see all of the detail come out. And that's just to do with the translucency of the material. So the guy on the left is a sprayed black and then painted white version of the guy on the right.
If anyone wants to check out, there's a review video, isn't there, that's gone out recently from the Gallant Goblin, and he has these on quite a high resolution camera, really nicely lit. You can really see the poppy detail on them in that video. Yeah, these were a lot of fun to design. The sculpting team had a lot of fun creating this crazy tribe of critters.
Yeah. So that, in a nutshell, is the full. Let's get them all out for one final shot. So there's our goblin prodders. There's the queen with a fire serpent cavalry coming down. Attendant priest. And then let's put these here. Kobold spearman. Couple of assassins off to one side. Dirty guy over there with 2 knives, supported by some archers. And let's grab a. Oh look, there's a brisket that I've been painting up. She can be our sturdy adventurer if I can get her off me thing.
She's
oh no, I've broken her off the base. Oh no, need to find another hero. Oh this. What have I got on my painting table, Russ?
I'm looking now and like. It doesn't look promising. I don't see Rangosh.
Here's what I'm going to do: is I'm going to grab a dwarven adventurer from soon to be coming set God Tier. Some sturdy dwarves coming in. This is from the Luella box set.
That's a perfectly scaled miniature, actually, to use.
Yeah. So these are fully sized dwarves. Perfect. You know, to give you a sense of how big I can't get the other one out. How big the kobolds are. So that there is where we're at with the Lair of the Kobold Queen, the Shrine of the Kobold Queen, and the Lair of the Red Dragon, available to pre-order on our website, and absolutely come into your friendly local gaming store. And we would much prefer you guys to go into your friendly local gaming store or ring them up in this day and age and say, hey, can you get Epic Encounters in? Because it looks kind of cool.
It's a lovely. I really like how out of the box this set is for like you say, conventions, one shots. That session where two people didn't make it and you can't run your regular game, or you just want to drop a set piece in for your group. It's just that kind of good to go experience, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, you and I run quite a lot of D&D, and
oh yes,
there are many times where you're on your way to the session, or people are coming over, and you've got about half an hour to go, and you're like, oh my god, I haven't done any prep at all, and just having something in your back pocket to kind of throw down, and a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of the design work to make it awesome is already in there for you. So quick half an hour read through this and you are good to go with, well, look, the speed that my parties play at, this is at least a couple of evenings worth of entertainment,
yeah,
possibly even a full campaign. But they're not the quickest players. So.
It looks really good. I mean, for me, it's lovely to finally see it all on the table like this, because obviously I've been involved in the design of these, but seeing a set laid out like this, it looks fantastic. I'm hyped to get my own.
Does look good. Does look good, doesn't it? Right, let's just zoom the camera in so we can get like a cool kind of view of what they look like. Just pull the kobolds back a little bit. And on this note, with Luella's faithful followers coming in, we will say thank you ever so much for joining us. It's just a quick unboxing. Hopefully the tip early in the video about how to get the wings in makes a lot of sense to people. As you can see, these wings are not moving. I can pick this dragon up now just by the wing, and it's not coming out. This is why we make it so tight. And on that note, me dangerously wobbling the dragon around, Russ's face was a
living on the edge. Living on the edge. Yeah, my eyes are getting wider and wider.
I don't know if I made it that tight. I'm going to hit the stop button. We will do a whole bunch of painting videos, and what we will try and do is get lovely people like Tom Lishman, who is a key part of the sculpting team who worked on this product, along with Russ, to come and hang out, answer any questions, and we'll get Richard August, who was the principal writer and designer for this product, to come in and answer any questions about writing adventures and stuff like that. And I'll be doing a load of painting to show you how easy it is to paint up some kobolds.
Exciting times.
Cool beans. All right. Thanks, Russ.